Going on? How y'all doing? This video gonna be about old Jimmy Garoppolo, San Francisco 49er quarterback. I don't know for how much longer. Yeah, the one I used to, the buddy of mine, I call who knows, I call him Scott Bayo. I call him AKA Chachi. He was always cool and waiting in the wings to be the Fonz. Tom Brady was the Fonz. He was never the Fonz. Or if I don't call him Chachi, I also call him Mili Vannelli because it look real, it seems real, it moves to a real, but it don't come out the way it appears. And my issue with Jimmy Garoppolo, he's the matinee idol quarterback. You know, the good-looking quarterback, charismatic, you know, but he's a horror in the big picture. They wanted to make him Joe Namath modern day, Joe Montana. They wanted to romanticize him. Let me tell you how racist the NFL is and why I got a bone to pick with him, whether he likes it or not. When they went to the Super Bowl against Kansas City a few years ago, they were so busy commercializing, anointing between Montana and Steve Young, and the 49er quarterbacks have been to the Super Bowl. But them racist pieces of trash in San Francisco conveniently and on purposely left Colin Kaepernick out because they were going to matter to Jimmy G. And they were loving him until he overthrew that pass to Emmanuel Sanders, who now plays for my Buffalo Bills. And the love affair of him sunk. And then he's been injury prone, and he hasn't been the same since that hangover from that Super Bowl. That's why they went and got Trey Lance, the rookie quarterback. They wanted to get Jimmy G's butt up out of there, and they couldn't wait. And then he got another chance this year. Mediocrity was following him. Injuries was following him. Turnovers was following him. But he beat Dallas, but he tried to give the game away. Did he ever? And then in Green Bay, he didn't do nothing but special teams. That's why I call him Mili Vannelli. Because he moves without moving. He grooves without grooving. And then we get to the game yesterday. And you just give it to Debo and you stay out the way. And that's pretty much what it is. But he threw that horrific pick. And that's just been the case with him. And then his press conference, like, oh. And I'm like, you're Mili Vannelli. Don't talk. Let that music play. Don't say nothing. Just stay on cue. The whole romanticism of him has been there. But I asked the 49ers, I say, this is your Colin Kaepernick replacement? Is this where it comes down to? Is this how it is? You want the matinee idol who's the horror movie. He don't do jack. He's just lost and he's in there. And there's the reason why Tom Brady said, is that what's supposed to replace me? He actually said that, quoted. I'm not using the word he said, but it's along those lines. Is that what's supposed to replace me? Because he knew. But if you've ever seen the movie The Idolmaker, that's what Jimmy G is. He's the second. He got that, it's all in the window. But it ain't in the window where it counts. Shows you how the NFL is no different than American Idol. Because that's all he is. He a pinup boy, but he ain't got no game. If he had game, but listen, if he'd have won that Super Bowl against Mahomes, or he win yet, believe me. But Kyle Shanahan, who is a good coach, not great, but good, really good, not very good, really good, ain't too bright stuck with this turkey. So I'm sure they're going to pluck this turkey's feathers and he'll be out the way. Because he's been one jive turkey for Frisco. But anyway, that's my thoughts and takes about Jimmy Garoppolo, a.k.a. Mili Vannelli. Please hit that like, subscribe, and welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for one another. And like I said before, is that as good as they can get to make you forget Colin Kaepernick? Because Kaepernick got robbed out of that interference call in the end zone with Michael Crabtree against Baltimore, but he was consistent in the playoffs. Jimmy Garoppolo ain't done jack. You can't even remember the last accurate pass he's thrown. But if you're playing American Idol, he's got his ticket to Hollywood.